Hey, how's it going? It's about 1:10 on Wednesday, August 26, 2020. Made a video earlier and I deleted it because I didn't want people to think I was being angry or calling for violence. But I just think we ought to just, I think we ought to just let conservatives have their own country. I mean, not this country, but let them have. I don't just give them Texas. I mean that to me would solve a lot of problems. I think it's a big state. It's got a lot of big cities in it, and it's got a nice coastal um, uh, part of the coast, and because really it's not just from being in Oklahoma, but people from Texas really piss me off. I mean, let's face it. We've elected three presidents from Texas, and they've all got us into wars. So, I mean, their batting average as peace people aren't that great. And, LBJ, Daddy Bush, Little Bush, they're all pretty much terrible presidents. So, I mean, just let them have Texas. Give them Texas. It's a big state, and they can, we can fly all of them, in there. And they can build that wall they want to along the Mexican border of the Rio Grande. And, they got all the military bases down there, so they got their little military compounds. And just let them have Texas. Quit fighting about it. Let's just let Trump go down to Texas. Let, Mitch McConnell, he can be the senator for life down there, and they can. All these women who don't think they should be allowed to vote, they can go down there. They can not vote, and all these people who brag about how their great grandfathers back in 1912 got paid 10 cents a day. They can go back to earning 10 cents a day in Texas and see how long that lasts. So why fight it? Let's swap Texas for Puerto Rico, for God's sakes. We can still keep 50 states. We can still keep the number of Congress, and without Texas, we won't have to deal with the whole electoral college. So that's great. We could probably get that off our shoulders. Quit having to worry about that, and because the rest of I just think. It is just. Have you ever talked to people from Texas? I mean, Florida gets a lot of the crap, but have you ever literally talked to people from Texas? I mean, crazy things happen in Florida, but they're like okay with it. I mean, but in Texas, everyone acts like they're all so high and mighty, and traffic down there is terrible. I mean, literally, it's like any highway you're on, you're either it's like their driving exam is Mario Kart, for God's sakes. It's like they saw Mad Max Fury Road and said, "Oh, okay, we'll do it that way. We'll drive that way." And there's nothing there really. I mean, all them football teams down there, and let them play each other. Let them all have the little Texas Super Bowl. All the little Hank Hills down there with the I'll bet you what, I'll tell you what. They can sell propane, and they can talk all they want to about football and everything, and screw people over on wages, and live this conservative utopia that they say we need to go to, and of course it'd probably be almost predominantly white. I think they would like that because we'll throw a few Ben Carsons down there, and Vernon Johnson or Vernon Jones, whatever his name is, Tom Jones, Tom Carson, Yosemite Tom, David Clark, he can go down there too, and they can just be the token black people and Texas, and I'm pretty sure, and they don't want any. They don't want any Hispanic people there, so they can come up here to Oklahoma and New Mexico and Arizona. Even though they were born in Texas, we'll take them. And you're still born in America. If you just come over on this side, we'll build a wall too. I had no problem building a wall around Texas. I mean, fuck Texas. Fuck them. I'm sick and tired of hearing that shit, because it pisses me off, because we're trying to start, people wanting to start school back, but a lot of times the book publishers go by what the Texas Department of Education wants to do. So we won't have that anymore. We might actually have some actual learning done in the American classrooms. We don't have to worry about what Texas wants to teach their students, because it's down in Texas. It's a whole other country. Let's just go back. All right, what's wrong with the Republic of Texas? I mean, you go down there, it's like a whole different country anyway. I mean, everyone thinks their shit don't stink. I mean, I like Corpus Christi myself, but it's I like Panama City Beach too. So it's splitting hairs. Apples for oranges. So let's just give them Texas. Let them have Texas. I don't care. And there's no, and also we won't have to change in Dallas Fort Worth anymore. You ever tried to fly out of this area anywhere? If you're in Oklahoma or Arizona or New Mexico, and you try to fly anywhere, they fly your ass to Dallas Fort Worth, because you gotta get a connecting flight. For some reason, I mean, it takes me 90 minutes. I can fly from Tulsa to Atlanta on Delta, but any other airline, you have to go through Dallas Fort Worth. So, so that'll solve all that problems, and I just say let them have Texas. Give them Texas, and let them have it, and let them see how it works, and then probably after about 10 years of economic collapse, we can see if we want to take them back in. What do you think? I mean, no one really cares about Texas. I mean, come on.